Good everything. It is Saturday, June the 1st, 2024. It's about 6:30 p.m. and we are at 68 degrees. It's been a rainy, overcast day. The sun finally poked its head out, so I felt energized to come out and do some things. So I was talking to Ms. Diva Jones in the comments, and I forgot to mention that her channel is linked in the description. And these are actually the blackberry plants. So I'm going to get those planted up. This is the mulberry, which she said not to disturb the roots, so I'm going to leave that as is. And these are the goji berries, and I'm going to leave that as is as well until they start leafing out. So let me take you outside and I'll show you where we're going to plant these blackberries. So as I previously stated, I had some blackberry seeds that I put in these 4 pots. So I have 4 cuttings, so I'm going to put a cutting in each of these pots and see how they do. So let me get that started and I'll bring you back in a bit. Alright, so got those planted up and we'll see what they do. I have a friend that blessed me with this box of sweet potatoes. It's past my spring planting for potatoes, but I'm not planting any potatoes in the fall. And here you could start planting potatoes green asparagus, but it's supposed to be potatoes. We'll see. And you could start planting potatoes in July. So I'm going to be late putting these in the ground, but I will plant them anyway and see what becomes of them. I need to go through them and see how many are viable. And then I am going to bring you back. Alright, so they look to be 3 bags of the Yukon Gold, and this one is the Adirondack Dark Blue, Adirondack, Adirondack. Anyway, I'll put it on the screen. So this is what they're looking like. So I am going to go through and see what's salvageable or what's not. Now, where to plant these? I have row bags that I could probably put them in. I could also probably put them in this sweet potato bed. So let's see what we're working with, and then we'll go from there. All right. So this is all the healthy ones from the blue potatoes. These are all the Yukons. Not much that were unsalvageable. So the issue now is going to be, and the reason I'm looking at this is trying to figure out if it could be a planter or not. Where to put them. Now I know those bags over there to the left above the white buckets, I had tried to sow some broccoli and some Brussels sprouts past the sow date, and I haven't seen much progress. And then the bags on the bench that has broccoli, pak choy, carrots, Swiss chard, and lettuce, they seem to be struggling. There's not much in them either. So I think these 10 is going to go in those bags, and then this pile I am going to put with the sweet potatoes. So let's see what we can do. Alright, so it's about an hour later. I had to get my phone charged, and I managed to get everything planted in these bags. I haven't yet covered them with some straw. At the end of the day, we're going to call this an experiment. It only took me about 10 minutes to plant up, and the potatoes were free, so why not? So this is what it's looking like. I covered it with soil, and then when I ran out of soil, I opted to use some straw. So I have some in this bed and in this bed. Well, another beautiful day. Thanks for stopping by. Trust you had a blessed day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Good everything. It is Sunday, June the 2nd, 2024. It's about 2 p.m. and we're at about 71 degrees. Now I am doing a once over of this bed that I planted zinnias in, that I've sown so many zinnia seeds in, I should say. Trying to see what came up, what didn't come up. I think I see some weeds, so I'll probably come out here and pull some weeds. But I'd say about 2 weeks ago at least is when I vlogged on it and you saw me planting stuff. I have since went back in that bed and sown some more seeds, and I sowed the early bird variety and the State Fair mixed colors in that bed. Has to be at least a week or more. Anyway, that's one project that we're gonna do today. Also, I brought out my herbs and flowers totes, and I'm gonna go through all of my herbs, and any herb that hadn't yet germinated in these cinder blocks, i.e. this cinder block has mint. I haven't seen any mint. Parsley, haven't seen any parsley. This is supposed to be sage. I don't think that's sage, so I might end up pulling that weed. And I opted for thyme in here, but that don't look like thyme. Alright, so these are the seeds that I'm going to drop today in those cinder blocks. You have some parsley, some thyme, lemon balm, chives, dill, and cilantro. I picked up 2 more of the early bird zinnias, one of which is going to go in that bed over there, and the other one is going to go by the chicken coop. And there's one other project I'd like to get done today, which is going to be, I am going to be weeding this bed here. Some of my, I want to say alyssums came up, or could be baby's breath, unsure. But I want to get some weeding done in this bed, and then I am going to come and put some more pavers down. I went and got some pavers, and once that's done, I'm going to put a bag of soil in here. I ordered some alliums. I ordered some alliums for this bed. So once I get the alliums in, which is going to be in the fall, then we're going to do mulch. But as you can see, I'm getting overrun by weeds, so I need to tackle this a little bit. And that's going to be the last project for the day. Well, this is the bed that I want to work on today with some more zinnia seeds. I sowed some stuff in there, not seeing as much germination as I would like. And then I noticed that I have some kind of critter. I don't know if it's a mole or a mouse or whatever, but it's deceased. So I'm going to get my husband to remove that before I start playing in this bed. Um, at this point in the game, I don't know if it's me or if it's the seeds, but I've sown so many zinnias. Zinnias should be popping out of my ear. For example, this bed has zinnias, some of which were started on the inside. And around the pole, these are all zinnias as well that's popping up here. So in this wishing well, I had the green envy zinnias, a bunch of seeds, and I even put some that I sowed on the inside, but it looks like nobody survived. You know what? I think we get rain, but I don't think this actually gets enough water. So I think I'm gonna just have to constantly come out here and water it and see if any of the seeds germinate. More zinnias coming out of this ball urn. And even more zinnias coming out of this wheelbarrow. And even this wheelbarrow, these are all zinnias as well. So I am not understanding what is really going on with that bed over there. Maybe I just need patience. We'll see. Time will tell. Anyway, I am going to charge this GoPro and then come back out here and start sowing these seeds. And I'll bring you back later when I got those 3 projects accomplished. Alright, it's the next day. Monday, June the 3rd, 2024, and it's now about 10:30 in the morning. Came out here to get some eggs. Figure I'd get some water to go water that wishing well planter. See if I could get my envy seeds, zinnia envy seeds, germinated and run across this sucker. No, I know he's suiting a purpose, but I don't need to be walking up on him. And if it came down to me or him, obviously it's gonna be him. Alright y'all, it's the next day and I am coming back from grocery shopping, dropping some eggs off, and look who's in the driveway. Oh. I don't know if the ancestors is trying to tell me something, but these snakes begin to get on my nerves. Not gonna run him over, but alright, so it's about 30 minutes later, and if I hadn't said before, it is June 4th, 2024. It's about 11 a.m. and we're looking at about 76 degrees already. So I'm out here today and I'm gonna harvest some of my lettuce. This lettuce was sown with a seed tape. Took a little while to sprout, but that's, or I should say germinate, correct term. So it could have been because of the seed tape or temperature related, but at the end of the process we have some very good looking lettuce heads, and I'm gonna do a salad tonight. So I'm also gonna harvest some spinach and then Another thing that I'd like to get done today is I want to harvest whatever salvageable radishes are over there and clean that bed out. I also plan on working on the beets, and what I think I'm going to do is get some starts, some broccoli, probably Brussels sprouts if I could find any, and kale, because I don't think what I planted is going to do anything. So let me get started on that. Also notice that this here, my volunteer pea, has some peas on it. Some of them are full, but I probably will wait another day or two before I harvest that. So let's see what we could harvest today, and I will then bring you back. Alright, so this is what I got harvested. Have some mustard greens, some collard greens, some kale, Swiss chard, and some what looks like babe lettuce. So I'm gonna wash it up and give the scraps to the chickens. So I'll bring you back. So I am packaging eggs that I picked up this morning, and that one's broke. Figured out that one of the girls is just freeloading, so she had the nerve to lay this little tiny thing. I have to have a conversation with them. Alright, so far I got 2 dozen of the chicken eggs. I got 3 duck eggs. I have 3 females, so they're all laying. And I got these, this one has a peck in it, the small one, and one that's broke that I'm gonna feed back to them. And typically I'll get another 5 or 6 before the end of the day. Y'all, I keep forgetting about this stupid snake. I came here to feed the eggs to the chickens that were cracked. Figured I'd wash the basket out. About to turn on the spigot, I noticed this thing here just lying here. I'm telling you, this snake is about to get on my last nerve. Makes no sense. I'm gonna have to do something with that hole, because my chickens are 2 years old, so I am not getting any new ones this year because I'm not overwintering these. I'm going to end up selling them as spent hens. So let's go and see what's next. Alright, so managed to get that bed with the radishes cleared out. That's all the radishes that I got harvested. Not happy with the radish production this year, and I just pulled the beet out. The beets are looking good, and those are the beets over there in that bed. So what I ended up doing was I took the base of the radishes, threw those to the chickens, and the tops I'm getting ready to make my second batch of funk water, so I could do a bit of fertilizing. So this is what was salvaged. I'm already done on that water because I've been doing a little bit of fertilizing. So that being said, I'm getting ready to go do a bit of weeding in that big bed, and I am definitely not gonna keep you. So thanks for stopping by. Trust you had a blessed day. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Good everything. It is Wednesday, June the 6th, 2024. It's about 7:30 in the morning. So this is the kale that I harvested yesterday. I'm thinking I'm going to make some chips out of it. I am by no means a salad girl. As you could tell, the way I get my fruits, mostly fruits, not necessarily vegetables in, is juicing. So some of the stuff that I picked yesterday will be added to juice. Today I'm sipping on pineapple, cucumber, ginger, and lemon. So we're gonna turn this into some kale chips. Went down the YouTube rabbit hole as usual. Found an easy recipe, which I will link. So basically olive oil, and I am choosing to use Sloppy Mama. The recipe uses salt, but I'm going with Sloppy Mama because I need a little bit of kick to it. So I'll bring you back when it's all said and done. But before we do that, let's talk about what's on the agenda today. So it's about 62 degrees now. We had some rain last night, or this morning I should say, and I've decided that it's time to get that deck pressure washed. So that's what I'm going to focus on this morning, is getting the deck pressure washed. We typically stain it every 2 years, and it's at its 2-year mark. So I need to get that done, get it dried out before I could start staining it. Typically this time of the year, my furniture would already be out there. It would already be pressure washed, but with the weather and all the rain in flux this year, I'm gonna just pressure wash, stain. I'm not gonna do any furniture this year. So let's get this kale chip going. All right, so this is the kale chips. It just came out of the oven, and I don't know if you could hear that crunch, but I've been snacking on it, trying to pace myself, because I'd like to save some for my husband. Anyway, based on the conversation the girls and I had yesterday, it would seem that we came to a conclusion. So this morning, this is what they laid me. So anyway, I'll bring you back later. I'm getting ready to go start on that deck. Alright, it is 6 p.m. and I think I'll do a recap. So don't look too bad. I'm sure we'll have rain in the next 2 days and some of these spots will get washed off some more. So okay. Glad I got that project checked off the list. Now to get it stained is going to be the next step. But everything, it is Thursday, June the 6th, 2024. It's about 11 a.m., about 75 degrees. So I think at this point in the game, I'm gonna say it's like going to the park and knowing you're gonna run into a friend on your walk, because this is what, like day 5. This joke out here now sunning itself, and I think the band look like it's fat. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna let it be. So yesterday I got my order in from Arbor Day Foundation. Ordered, I want to say 7 or 8 plants about 2 months ago. Finally showed up. So for the orchard that I'm thinking of creating, I opted to go with bare root instead of potted plants, because the bare root would definitely be more inexpensive for what I'm trying to do. The potted plants were $89 compared to bare root, which was about $23 per plant. Now it is obviously going to be 2, 3, even 4 years before I see fruit off of these, but that's what I opted to do instead. So let me show you what I ordered. Alright, so got the root ball unwrapped, and I'm going to put it in this planter with some water before I plant it tomorrow. So let me get this separated and I will let you know what's what. Alright, so let me attempt to tell you what I have here. This is a Niagara grape. This one is the Catawba grape. I have the Concord grape. This is the Contender peach. Need to move that out of the water so I'll know what it is tomorrow. And this one is the Bartlett pear. Then here we have the Burbank plum. Okay, I'm gonna need you out of water as well. Hale Haven peach, the Kiefer pear. This is the Stella cherry, and the Metley plum. So what I tried to do was order 2 varieties of each tree, except for the cherries. They were sold out of not a variety in the bare root, so I got one this time, but I'll go back and try to snag another one. So I tried to do 2 peaches, 2 pears, 2 plums, and I got 3 of the grapevines. I need to come up with a trellis for that. So I am going to attempt to get these planted up tomorrow. And this is the cherry, which you could see is a pretty decent sized specimen, but this part has broken, and this as well broken, probably due to shipment. And that of course is the pear, Bartlett pear. So they're gonna sit in water overnight, get rehydrated, and then tomorrow I'll start potting them up. Went inside for about an hour and came out to this. I have no idea how this blew off today. When I left it, it was over there and it was closer to the swing set. So let me show you what I managed to harvest today. And we got the grill picked up. Not gonna put it on the deck too long for I stand it. So I got some of my beets and some peas. Don't recall the name of the beets, but I am going to insert a picture of what they look like and put the name on the screen. That being said, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. So I was inside. Well, good morning. It is Friday, June 7, 2024, and it's about 7:30. I was inside getting my juice together for the next 2 days, and here comes the greenhouse. So let's get it situated. Anyway, while I wait for this to get positioned, I already been out here this morning digging some holes to plant those bare roots in, and I don't know if you could see my edger way down there. I'm working on 2, 4, 6, my last hole there. I already dug 6 of the 7 that's gonna go there, and then I need to do the 3 grapevines that's gonna go in this big bed. So I'll take you over there later and show you when everything is put. All right, I'm back out here. It's now 10 a.m. So from the garden bed to where I'm starting to plant, it's about 10 feet, and in between we have another 20 feet. The lawnmower could easily get around to the right and to the left. These trees are expected to grow to anywhere from 15 to 20 feet tall. So that first row will be my peach. Then I decided to put the cherry here. Then this row is going to be pear. And then when I get that second cherry, I'm going to put it in line with this tree. And then finally, This last row is going to be the plums. So this tree that you see here in the middle, it's dying, so that's one that's coming down. And then this one here to the left a bit in the middle of this row, that also will be coming down. As to the grape, I'm going to do plant them 6 feet apart in the big bed. That way when I stake it in the middle, it would have 3 feet to the left or to the right of it before it runs into the next vine, I should say. So the grape will go there. I'll have a pole there. Of course, the pole will be supporting the vine, and we're gonna have poles here. This is another grape, and that will be another grape. So I'm looking at least 5 T-posts, 3 of which are going to be used to support the plant itself or the vine itself, and the end posts are going to be supports, basically, if that makes sense. So let me get to getting these holes a bit deeper. I getting some stuff planted. I think we're about going on to about 15 hours since the plant's been soaking, so I need to get them out of the water. They could soak for at least 24 hours minimum. I think they said 2 to 4, but so we're gonna dig these up, get them planted in, and then I'll bring you back. All right, y'all, it is now noon and I got everybody planted in with the exception of the grapevines. All right, so this is the Burbank plum. This is going to be the Methley plum. Then we have, I believe this on my right is the Kiefer, no, wrong, Bartlett pear. And then we have the Kiefer pear here. I got the Stella cherry planted in. And then we have the Hale Haven peach. And to the left of that, we have, I believe, is the Contender peach. So I'm going to take a break, go inside for a few hours, then I'll come back and finish the grapevines, and then this project is going to be completed. All right, y'all, it is now 6 p.m. and I got the grapevines planted in. I just need to get the T-posts and get the trellis system built, but that's gonna wait for another day. Managed to get everything I wanted accomplished today done. So just want to say thanks for stopping by. Trust everyone had a blessed day, awesome weekend, and the ancestors willing, I'll catch you on the next one.